Good day, guys. I'm back. So just to get things started, please support us by liking and subscribing below. Okay, so now that's settled. I'd like to start by trying to give you just the framework of how I'll share things. So first, I'll start with the mindset. I'll start then with the principle behind, and then start to talk about habits, and then I'll give you practical ways of how to be productive during the lockdown. So basically, we're all on lockdown, and the mindset that I have come to share with you guys is that lockdown doesn't mean unproductivity. So it doesn't mean na dito lang sa bahay that I'll magmukmuk and just find ways to waste my time. But I think the mindset we have to go in through this lockdown is to make sure we stay productive. We always say, how can I stay productive, or what can I do to make my 1 month here more productive? So that will be the prevailing mindset. The principle I'd like to share with you guys is two things: capture and chunking. So when I plan for, let's say, a weekend, or I plan for a week, or I plan for a month, I usually write down all my to-do list, and I write that down in a capture list. If you can see, that's it. It's a very long list. This is what I did over the weekend. But of course, to-do list doesn't give you the juice to really be excited to do it. So what I do after writing down the long list to make sure nothing's left out, I then proceed in chunking it. What do I mean by chunking? Chunking means putting similar things together into one progress area. So for example, with the 30 plus captured on the list, me and Jam were able to condense it into 8 things, and we were able to word it in ways that would encourage us. So for example, personal devo, couple devo, joint prayer time. We were able to chunk those 3 things into one, which is deeply seek the Lord personally and together. And another example is, for example, Zumba, exercise, buying vegetables and fruits. For example, when we wrote that down, how can we chunk this? And so we chunked it into making major progress on our health and fitness. So that's an outcome we wanted to set for that for the weekend. And as we do these things, we capture and then we chunk. So that's the principle. I suggest that you incorporate it into your lives, in whether you're planning for a day, or planning for a week, or planning for a month. It's important, or planning for a getaway once quarantine's over, is to make sure it's written down so you don't miss anything, but to also make sure that you chunk it and word it in a way that encourages you, that energizes you to go into it. Yep, so when I was thinking about how do I stay productive during the lockdown, and these are some tips I can give you. These are just, they're not fully exhaustive, meaning you can create your own, but these are just a few tips I'll run you through. So for me, as a believer in the Lord, I want to spend more time with the Lord in prayer. Maybe that's one thing you can also do now, and seek Him. And then another thing I wanted to do, which you can do as well, is really find time to deeply connect with your family and friends. Not just when you're always just on your phone, but be physically present for the people in your home, but also find ways online to connect with your friends. A third tip is make major progress on your health and fitness. We know, we've seen memes of people who say ang effect of quarantine is getting fat because you just eat. There's not a lot of exercise. So I hope that doesn't happen to us. We stay productive by taking care of our body, taking care of our health. Number 4 is to find time to plan and budget your finances. I know this is a season where for some, they don't have their pay, and so it's high time for us to really think about our cash flow, where our money goes, how we're able to budget it once the quarantine stops and we're able to work again, and recalibrate our cash flow to sort of think long term with our finances. The fifth thing you can do is you can learn new skills, new concepts. You can read a book, you can listen to podcasts, preachings, anything online. You can listen to YouTube videos that can help you. You can learn new skills with music. The sixth one is you can also identify and think about what are the opportunities that can arise from this crisis. What are business opportunities you can start? Are there online things you can do? And that sort. What are the ministry opportunities you can look into during this lockdown? And I think the last one is to make a positive impact online. So the reason why I started, and me and Jam started this channel, is because we wanted to be a social media encourager, and we wanted to find ways to maximize the internet. And this is not a fully exhaustive list. I hope you also think about that question. What can you do to stay productive during this quarantine? Let's all stay productive. God bless. See you soon, guys.